Всем привет и добро пожаловать на канал Golden Black. Пойдемте сходим на похороны к своей сестре. Точнее, не к своей сестре, а на похороны своей сестры.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Но я не могу сказать, что он виноват. То есть, как бы, по факту он правильно говорит, что я найду того, кто виноват, потому что, ну, как он может контролировать? Он только обратился. Ага, там опять враги, да ё-моё. Ну, я понимаю сейчас, почему враги, потому что... Да ё-моё. Только теперь их несколько. Убить его бессмысленно, то есть имеется в виду втихаря, это не стелс-игра. Бля, ну он устойчив к этому. Ладно. Лях. Вот же урод. Сука. А, блин, задолбал. Богат, это хорошо. Бляха, а я вот этого не ожидал. В прошлый раз у него такого не получилось. Ну и сейчас тоже бессмысленно. Как же классно, когда они не слышат еще.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Блин, ни хрена у меня колени. Я не понимаю, как они здесь проводят похороны. А, может быть там... Тихо. Ой. Кушайте, кушайте. Извините, я мимо, я проходил, не хотел мешать вам. Я просто даже не пойму, как они так прошли.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. Avery, I leave you to care for my mother. I'm in no state to comfort her.
Так. А, вон мама.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Mary, what have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan. There is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spared?
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Да, печальненько. Но мне понравилась сценка. Доберите добраться до церкви Святой Марии. Угу. Никто не говорил, что я хороший человек. Джонатан, может быть. А я только управляю Джонатаном. Хм. Ё-моё. Я видел, я помню это. Мы делаем мансы вот такие вот. Туру-туру-ту. Просто мансим. А, блин, они сейчас опять здесь.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ого.
Askalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Askalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Огромный.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
О! Ни хрена себе! Какой он мощный. Новобранец. Блин. Так, мне туда. Да, это цветочница. Я понял.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
It was an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Да не, она, по-моему, жива. Подожди. Теперь с Эдгаром Свонси.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Так, ладно. Ой, здрасте. Я показал. Сволочь. Мне все равно с женщиной надо это собрать. Святой, да хер ли ты тут вообще делаешь? Помолись потом. Тихо, чел. Хрена, смотри, как он меня жахнул. У нас у обоих такое. Да, извини. Не, он мне не доставляет хлопот. Ах ты гад. А, все. Сука. Так, сейчас. Вниз, да, по-моему, я сказал слабое. Будем надеяться вниз. Нет, это сильное. Но не страшно. Так, здесь бродячий скаль. Там было животное это. Меня они не сильно волнуют и не сильно вообще интересуют они. А, я же убежать мог. Ну, ладно. Ё-моё. Откуда вас столько? Я не понимаю. Можно... А, смотри, теперь этих святых выпустили. Так, можно? Ёб твою мать. Я просто бегаю. Мой создатель.
I remember you.
Вау.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be stilled, my child. I bring understanding.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Ну кто знает-то? Кто знает. Угу. Так, нам со Свонси поговорить.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Well, they are not far wrong. The hospital is almost crawling with vampires.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Хэмптон? Подожди, это этот? Шон. Блин, я забыл. Сюда. Я же говорил. Поэтому эта тварь так хорошо себя чувствует. Притворялся, урод. Так, ну, пипа, можно ей дать. Выпить.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need medical help? Not.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Опа, леди Эшбери.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Блин.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Спасибо. Да, у Джон... Ну, там просто другого выбора не было у Джонатана. Либо как-то съязвить, что, ну, я не вижу смысла. Я, да, считаю, что тут как бы он просто самобичеванием занимается, Джонатан. Но выбор адекватного там не было, увидели ответа.
What do you know of Askalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man, huge in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Askalon.
You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Askalon?
The Askalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Но я-то подальше от него могу держаться, а вот Аскалон от меня подальше вряд ли будут держаться теперь.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they asked.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Это да. Спасибо.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Ну, видишь, вот узнали теперь. Реально, она не настолько плоха. Так, Милтон. Билл Клинтон, где ты там?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, давай поторгуем.
Like...
Да, хватит. Сюда. Да. Да. Так, продать я ему ничего не могу, потому что у меня просто тупо... А, вот это можно. Прекрасный цветок, маленький цветок из тех, которые раздавали нищим сообщница Дороти Крейн, немая. Не могу я продать. Так, могу продать вот эти вот. За сколько? За 10? О, средство от сепсиса. Ну, честно, оно для меня тоже важно, поэтому стоит здесь 3, а это 2. Понятно. Оружие, да хрен. Да ладно. Так, смотрите. Мне нужно в порт. В порт можно пройти так. Да, можно пройти по вот этой стороне. Кстати, эти двое, да, пофиг. Эти нетрадиционные пары не ко мне. Не, ну потом как.
It seems the Freewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more
Да, я
careful.
понял. Так, он меня засек, нет? Нет. Проповедники. Так, смотри-ка, туда никак. Что? В смысле? Что? Что такое? Блин, реально охренеть. Вот, смотрите, сколько. Так. Если я пойду сюда. Потом могу вниз спуститься. А, вот так по набережной. Я мог по набережной. Поздно я спохватился, надо было раньше. Да ё-моё. Ребят. Смотри. Пугачёва. Ух. Хочу крови напиться. Хочу напиться. Да? А, он такую тяжелую вещь тоже отбивает. Так. Опа. Шиллинги. Отлично. Так, туда нам... Может, сейчас дадут возможность пройти? Вряд ли, конечно. Yes, my boy Jason. Наконец-то мы пришли, вернулись сюда. Опа, подожди. Ну-с. Ничего. Да просто лока. Сопроводительное письмо. Привет, Фрэнк. Как ты, старый друг? Я так рад был повидаться с тобой на прошлой неделе. В следующий раз угощаю я. Надеюсь, в твоей части города все в порядке, а здесь, в твоем родном квартале, ситуация ухудшается. Клей с каждым днем становится все агрессивнее. Клей, помните, мы нож нашли. Он думает только о новых захватах, да, при том, что кое-кто из новых игроков претендует на нашу территорию. Боюсь, что мокрые ботинки здорово влипли. Я тут подумал над твоими словами, что ты не жалеешь об уходе из банды. Единственное, о чем жалеешь, так только о том, что больше никогда не появишься в Ист-Энде. Ведь там тебя ждет хорошая взбучка или еще что похуже. Но если решишь все-таки заглянуть сюда, я гарантирую тебе защиту. Может, снова поговорим о новых возможностях, о работе? Ты же знаешь, что я всегда ловко обращался с числами, и если твоей компании нужен бухгалтер, давай это обсудим, ладно? Передавай жене привет от меня. Мокрые ботинки навсегда, старина. Бут Дигби. Что-то знакомое. Тут Дигби... А, это здесь. Это здесь. Это ничего не знакомое. Блин. Новая карта. Все писец теперь. Да. Я, наверное, в этой серии-то... Только пойдем за этим священником. Уродом. Так. Это уже другой, наверное, район. 4-й, да? А вот и Бут Дигби и неизвестная мадам. Дигби.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
Получается, с моим приходом писец.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now.
She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
А я сейчас проверю, я сейчас схожу к твоей королеве.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Так в смысле у вас же ушел, смог уйти чувак. А, ну он, я понял. Хотя очень странно, глава мокрых ботинок. Ну, это, да, это авторитетский ты. Спросите.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Бармен.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Так, а Дигби, он в порядке? Да, пока что. Вот и это, Эдвина.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you if...
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox.
Опа.
So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Кокс. Она... сестра?
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Ну, я могу сказать все. 2 цели на то, чтобы сожрать, у меня есть.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
I believe you manipulated Booth Digby to get everything you wanted from him. Both inside and outside the bedroom.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you not?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know, and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway?
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
Да, не спорю.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that?
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Какие интересные люди.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money.
Good evening.
Hello.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Понятно.
Goodbye, Miss Cobb.
Так, двое на убийство уже. Пошла ты. О. Сабрина. А вон Том.
A vampire?
Oh.
Whatever do you mean?
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the Ist-End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Я один из них, дебил. Так.
Have you heard of the Guard of Prewan?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Только ты что-то крестиками не обвешан.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Ага, я понял.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Так. Ну, наверное, да. Наверное, мы на этом завершим серию. Опа. Страница, вырванная из дневника. Я ненавижу себя за то, что отворачиваюсь, когда они смеются над моими цветами кожи. Я ненавижу себя за то, что плачу, как девчонка, когда меня оскорбляют. Я ненавижу себя за то, что ругаюсь, как мальчик, когда они уходят. Я ненавижу себя за то, что ненавижу родителей. Я ненавижу себя за то, что улыбаюсь, когда клиенты называют меня печальной Бриной. Я ненавижу себя за то, что мне не хватает смелости рассказать Тому о своих чувствах. Опа. Блин, опять эти... А нет, Сабрина. Авендиш. Почему она не может ему рассказать? Ну, блин, нет, тут очень интересно. Я бы, честно говоря, притормозил бы. Давай еще здесь побегаем, посмотрим. Требуются добровольцы на оружейный завод. Британцы действуют заодно. Опытные инженеры и рабочие записываются добровольцами на оружейный завод. Фронту нужны ваши боеприпасы. Жалования достойные. Вставайте к конвейеру. Помогите солдатам на передовой. Ну, такое. Сейчас пробежимся, просто посмотрим. Да, я уже все. Я уже не то что устал, но пора за ячей знать. Так, тело здесь убрали. Пьянчуги, да. Туда мы можем попасть, да, но пока я не хочу. Все тогда. Тогда мы сделаем бот как. Сейчас я пробегу здесь, посмотрю и уже начнем расспрашивать обо всем вот этом вот в следующей серии. Ну, здесь такого прям оба. Да, даже не сомневался. Тут есть вот бабушка. Мне очень нравится, когда ты бегаешь, и здесь есть люди. Все, я понял. Я сейчас пока не буду исследовать, пошли-ка. Кстати, телепортнуться сюда, чтобы тебя не заметили. Просто им пофигу. Мне просто тупо интересно по логике. Хотя бы так. Мы здесь, кстати, бегали. Да, мы вот так пробежим. Я же вот так вот бежал тогда. Здесь я был, и вон туда я спустился, здесь просто никого не было. Так, да-да-да, ну все. Наверное, вот так и здесь и оставим. Всем спасибо за просмотр, подписывайтесь на канал, оставляйте комментарии, лайки ставьте, и мы скоро увидимся в новой серии. Всем спокойной мрачной ночи, до скорого, пока-пока.